Deep in the dark waters of the Aegean Sea lies a shipwreck. Inside it, buried under centuries of silence, was found a strange bronze machine, a box of gears that could calculate the movements of the sun, the moon, even eclipses. Some call it the world's first computer. But this is not just the story of one machine. It is the story of an entire civilization. A civilization that gave us democracy, philosophy, epic myths, and breathtaking monuments. A civilization where gods walked among mortals, where slaves toiled in silver mines, and where soldiers stood shoulder to shoulder to defend freedom. Today, we journey into the rise, life, mysteries, and sudden fall of ancient Greece, where the past comes alive. Welcome to FOMO History. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to hear will change the way you see history. Around 2700 BC, on the small Mediterranean island of Crete, a new chapter of civilization was beginning to unfold. Here emerged the Minoan civilization, Europe's very first advanced urban culture, palaces with light wells, multi-courtyards, and even drainage pipes, centuries ahead of their time. Centuries later, on the Greek mainland, rose the Mycenaean civilization, with massive citadels, tholos tombs, and kings like Agamemnon. But around 1200 BC, it all collapsed. Cities burned, writing vanished. Greece slipped into a dark age. And yet, from this darkness arose the polis, city-states. Sparta, Corinth, Delphi, and above all, Athens. This is where the foundations of Western civilization were laid. And this is where our story begins. In Athens, most men were farmers. Others became craftsmen, potters, stonemasons, bronze casters, sculptors. And then there were the slaves. In Athens, for every free citizen, there were nearly 3 slaves. They dug silver in Laurion mines, rowed the mighty triremes, and even served as clerks and accountants. Aristocrats held power for centuries. Tyrants like Pisistratus seized it. Then came visionaries, Solon with reforms, Cleisthenes with democracy, Pericles with the dream of Athens. Meanwhile, in Sparta, life was entirely different. Boys were taken at 7, trained to fight, endure, and kill. Their entire society was built on war, on the backs of enslaved helots. Above all this reigned the gods. Zeus, king of Olympus. Athena, goddess of wisdom, protector of Athens. Poseidon, ruler of the sea. Apollo, whose oracle at Delphi could decide wars and kingships. Dionysus, god of wine, theater, and ecstasy. And if you visited Delphi, you would see the Pythia, the high priestess, inhaling vapors from cracks in the earth, delivering Apollo's cryptic words. But were these truly divine visions, or the effect of gases rising from fault lines? Science suggests perhaps both. The Greek polis was not just a city, it was an idea. At the heart of Athens stood the Agora, a bustling marketplace, but also a political and sacred center. Here citizens debated, traded, cursed rivals on lead tablets, and even witnessed festivals. The Acropolis towered above, a rocky fortress crowned by the Parthenon. Built in 447 BC, this temple dedicated to Athena was an engineering marvel. Its columns curved outward, its steps bowed upward, deliberate optical illusions to appear perfectly straight. Mycenaeans' Lion Gate, massive stones so huge they were said to be placed by giants. The Theater of Dionysus, where 17,000 Athenians gathered to laugh, cry, and confront human fate. The Eupalinos Tunnel on Samos, dug from both ends, meeting with only 24 inches of error over 3,500 feet. Even today, architects marvel, how did they achieve such precision with only hammers, chisels, and geometry? But what was life like for an ordinary Greek? Most lived in cramped houses, mud floors, few windows, a courtyard at the center. Men spent time outside, farming, voting, training, or debating. Women remained at home, caring for children, weaving cloth, managing the household. Life expectancy? Less than 15 years at birth. War was constant. Plague was real. And yet, they filled life with beauty. At symposia, men feasted, drank wine, listened to music and poetry. At festivals like the Panathenaea, Athenians paraded to the Acropolis, offering sacrifices to Athena. At the Olympics, athletes from across Greece displayed strength, not for money, but for eternal glory. On painted vases, we see dances, games, and even intimate family moments. And in graves like Phaleron, we see chained skeletons, silent witnesses of political violence. A chilling reminder, democracy was born in blood as much as in ideals. The Greek diet was simple: barley bread, olives, wine, fish, lentil soup. Meat was rare, eaten mostly during religious sacrifices. Farmers grew figs and grapes. Olive oil became Athens' greatest export, fuel for lamps, food for the table, prize for athletes. But Athens could not grow enough grain. So ships sailed to the Black Sea, bringing wheat from Ukraine and beyond. Amphoras, clay jars, were their shipping containers, stacked in ships that crossed the Aegean. Laurian's silver mines gave Athens its wealth and its warships. The Athenian silver tetradrachm became trusted currency across the Mediterranean. Trade, slaves, silver, and the sea. This was the engine of Greek power. The Greeks explained their world through stories. The tales of Homer, The Iliad and the Odyssey, heroes like Achilles and Odysseus, gods intervening in human fate. The myths of Theseus and the Minotaur, Jason and the Argonauts, Perseus, Heracles. But they also asked deeper questions. Pre-Socratic philosophers searched for the essence of reality. Thales said it was water. Heraclitus said it was fire, and that everything flows. Democritus imagined indivisible atoms. Then came Socrates, asking relentless questions about virtue and truth. Plato, speaking of eternal forms, shadows of perfection. Aristotle, classifying the world from biology to politics, laying the foundations of science. In their temples, Greeks sacrificed animals, poured libations, swore oaths. In the Eleusinian mysteries, they whispered of rebirth and the afterlife. For them, religion was not belief, it was life itself. Greece was as much a land of war as of wisdom. The hoplite phalanx, citizen soldiers, shields locked, spears bristling. The trireme, sleek, deadly, ramming enemy ships with bronze-tipped prows. Against the Persians, they fought legendary battles. Marathon, where Athenians ran and defeated a far larger army. Thermopylae, where 300 Spartans and their allies held off Xerxes' hordes. Salamis, where Themistocles tricked and trapped the Persian fleet. But the greatest enemy came from within. The Peloponnesian War, Athens against Sparta. Sparta's soldiers versus Athens' navy. A 27-year struggle that left both ruined. Paving the way for Macedon, and later, Rome. The Greeks were masters of imagination and precision. Euclid shaped geometry. Archimedes calculated buoyancy, designed war machines, and perhaps even a heat ray. Eratosthenes measured Earth's circumference with astonishing accuracy. But their mysteries are just as fascinating. The Antikythera Mechanism, a computer of bronze gears, so precise it predicted eclipses. Who built it? Was it lost knowledge? Linear A script, still undeciphered. What language did the Minoans speak? The Oracle of Delphi vapors, visions caused by ethylene gas, divine or natural. Amazon warriors, myth or truth. Tombs of armed women in Scythia suggest the legend may have roots. Atlantis, Plato's tale of a lost island. Was it the Minoan eruption of Santorini around 1600 BC? Fact and myth blur, reminding us that truth is often stranger than fiction. But glory never lasts forever. The Mycenaeans fell mysteriously. The classical Golden Age ended with plague, war, and defeat. Macedon, under Philip II and Alexander the Great, united Greece and carried its culture to Asia. But after Alexander's death, his empire shattered. And in 146 BC, Rome conquered Greece. Yet Greece did not truly die. Its gods became Rome's gods. Its philosophy shaped science. Its art and architecture became the standard of the Western world. Its stories, still told today. Picture it. A bronze gear turning slowly in the deep sea. A priestess inhaling vapors in a dark temple. A line of chained skeletons staring silently from their graves. A Spartan standing, spear raised, against 1,000 enemies. What connects them all? The eternal human struggle to build, to question, to believe, and to survive. Stones remain. Coins remain. Even bronze gears still remain. But the greatest question remains too. What do we, the inheritors of this legacy, truly learn from ancient Greece? Do we learn that civilizations always fall? Or that ideas can outlive empires? Tell me, what do you think was the greatest mystery of ancient Greece? Comment below, and let's keep the conversation alive. Because perhaps their secrets still lie buried, waiting for us to discover.